Hey, my name is Thomas. In this video I'd like to talk about the common myths with speed reading and what's actually possible versus what's not. So the last few years I've been practicing speed reading. Lately I've been teaching people how to do it. I've read many books on it, watched many seminars, listened to audio tapes about rapid learning, speed reading, and put it into practice myself and by teaching others. And there's a few things that I've realized throughout this practice and throughout reading material about it. Many courses and books claim that it's possible to read at speeds of thousands of words per minute, which would translate as reading the book in a matter of minutes, basically, from top to bottom, word by word, reading it all in 10-15 minutes, a 200-page book. Which is not necessarily possible. And maybe you've heard of photo reading, so the NASA scientists have proved it to not work at all. So what does work, on the other hand, is doubling your reading speed. This works for most people. Most people read about 150 to 250 words per minute. And 100 years ago, they used to be at 250 to 350, so we're going down with our reading skills, not reading as many books as we have in the past. And what is possible then is to achieve a speed of 500 to 600 words per minute. This is basically possible and achievable, attainable for everyone. If you look at a college professor, a top CEO that has to go through a lot of material, or even a good student, they're likely to be reading at the higher range of 500 to 600 words a minute. Most of us are more like 200 to 300 words a minute. And even subvocalizing, repeating the words in our mind, we won't be able to fully eliminate that, which is promised to improve our speeds drastically. It's always going to be here, to a certain extent at least. So what we want to do then is we want to just learn how to be able to read in chunks of words, and that's gonna ultimately manifest as a reading in higher speed. Now, what about reading in 1,000 words? You may say, oh, I've done some exercises and I've measured my speed and I was able to read at 700 or 800 or 900 words a minute. I read faster than you. And in reality, that's absolutely possible. But are you necessarily reading then in your full speed? Are you reading in your full comprehension? Maybe you're reading in your full speed, but are you comprehending everything that you're reading 100%? Or is it more like you catch several words once in a while, you catch some phrases, which is fine as well. But are you doing more of certain parts that you're catching? So maybe going for 50% comprehension, even 80% comprehension, which is perfect for a lot of the material. Or are you comprehending it fully? So it's been proven that it's basically possible to read only at 500 to 600 words per minute if you want to have full comprehension. Now, when do you want to have 50% or 80% comprehension? There's a few conditions. Firstly, you have to see and measure how the information is interesting, valuable, and applicable for you. If it's not, you may want to go at faster speeds. Second, you may want to see your current awareness of this information. If you're reading a pop psychology book and you're a psychologist, then you may know what's Pavlov's dog experiment. Or if you're reading a lot about body language and you're reading another book about body language, you may know a lot of it already. So you may only want to focus on certain parts that carry the most value, the most meaning for you, that are still new for you. And these ones you may want to read slower, but if you kind of know it, then you may want to skim through it, read faster, and save your time, maximize that return of investment, of time that you're making and of the effort. Now, finally, basically how you want to be reading then is, even at higher speeds, when you're guiding your finger or a pen faster, even at these higher speeds, higher than your full comprehension, you may want to do 50% comprehension for a fiction book. That's quite easy. That's a quite easy read. And even by doing 50%, you will probably be able to comprehend everything that you need to know the story if you're reading it for school. Everything you need to know to get the most important lessons, the most interesting insights out of the book. Or even to fully understand everything that you're reading, even at 50, 60% comprehension. So how it should look then and how you should think that I have full comprehension and I'm fully comprehending what I'm reading. I have full understanding of it, right? And even if you're not catching every single word or even every single phrase fully, that's totally fine. And let yourself do it. So I give you the permission, now you only have to give it to yourself. And that's the limit of speed reading. So you can also learn to skim through material faster at 20, 30, 40% comprehension, or even 5 or 10% comprehension as a preview for the book, just to get the general idea, the general map of the territory. So that's all that I wanted to communicate in today's video. If you have any questions, comment in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions for further videos, please do that too. And if you'd like to really learn more about how to read faster, how to retain the information, how to use it to manifest and create a seminar, a product, or even to put it into your business so that when you're having a business meeting, you're able to communicate the ideas, you're able to be the smartest guy of the room, so to speak, then go ahead and sign up for a free 15-minute consultation somewhere here. And I'll contact you as soon as possible, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.